caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Commodores' offense will take the first swing of the game. And it's often said quarterback is the most high-profile position in sports, and when you have a guy like this, how could it not be?
Yeah, he's the guy that the defense is going to be keying on. They've had all week long to watch film to get ready for him, but David, when you have his kind of athletic ability and his kind of arm talent, he is so difficult to stop.
Yeah, you can have all week, you can have all season. This guy is so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They trust him. They know what he brings to the table. This offense revolves around what he can do.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to pass, it's Pavia. Finds his tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100% zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it. He'll make tackles, live to fight another down.
Surging forward on the sneak. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. They pick up that first down easily. You wonder sometimes if you're two-down territory there and you take a shot on third and run it on fourth, but they opt to just move the chains here.
Man, I laugh now watching quarterback sneaks. It looks a lot less fun than back in my day when I played, because not only are you getting hit from the front now if you're a quarterback, but you've got your own guys running into your back now as well. We see these push plays more and more often today in college football. No fun.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a crease. It's Alexander. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And the Commodores look to keep this drive humming. Finds the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
The Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the single running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Hoskins. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
They'll try the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Pocket breaking down. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Give the defense a lot of credit on that one. A little bit of bend, don't break here in the opening drive of the game. They gave up some yards. They were down inside their own red zone. But on that critical third down, phenomenal effort individually to win his one-on-one, get to the quarterback and bring him down to the ground and really try to take some air out of this offense.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Drones. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. He keeps throwing it like this for the Hokies, and the defense will have to sleep with one eye open.
And the defense is going to have to grip those pillows tight because when a QB gets going and spinning it with the ability to run the football too and the diversity of this offense, it can be tough, and the Hokies fans will be excited.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give on the counter. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's it for the period, and it's Vanderbilt holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Keith. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Last season, Kyron Drones really didn't play to the level he or Virginia Tech expected for him. Jesse, what does he need to do to return to his 2023 form?
It's consistency and avoiding the negative plays, avoiding the turnovers, making the throws you're supposed to make. There is no question physically, Kyron Drones has...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Hokies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Swings it out to his running back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Hokies need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. They want to throw it. Under fire. Got rid of it just in time. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Give that guy a lot of credit, man. He was able to somehow avoid that sack, but nobody open downfield, throws it away.
And the Hokies will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got a man, it's Hudson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Commodores with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Under fire. He's going to run it. Breaks into the open. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Now, on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. The sure hands, it's Stowers. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
The Commodores are flying down the field. The give to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Do you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
And the Commodores trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The play action fake. Going for it all. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for 1st and goal.
The Commodores trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Tight end now in motion. They'll try to blast their way in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big 2nd down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw it with a little bit more room to work with.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to throw, it's Pavia. Touchdown, Vanderbilt! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Number 5, with the grab and the score.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They march 72 yards, And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air. It's Drones. Fires to the big fella. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Hokies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's going to take off. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
Pulls it in. It's Green. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Hokies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's got an open man. He's down at the 25-yard line, waiting moments of the first half. It is a first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fires on the move. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Absolutely perfect. This is now a 7-point game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside the 10, here he comes. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Blacksburg. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Lane Stadium.
And the Commodores will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner will be dragged down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Makes the catch. It's Green. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Drones. He's got his man, makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. The Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's the heat. Got the first down himself.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
And the Hokies are moving quickly down the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum, get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
2nd down, he'll throw it. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Pressure coming. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down.
You know what, Reese, it is a great play, and I think they were in nickel, so they brought an extra guy on the field that has some speed, take a linebacker that's a little bit slower off the field, and you could see it paid dividends on that 3rd down.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That'll bring him to within 4.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Commodores in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Pavia. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this offense is they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
These fans touching the figurative hokey stone, doing their part to help out on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the grab. It's Hoskins. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, third and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Caught over the middle. It's Hoskins. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Sherrill. Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
At the 43-yard line. That's a first down for the offense.
And the Commodores back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Trying the left side. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hudson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. He'll do it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
A shot toward the end zone. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Sends it downfield. Snags it on the right. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Hokies. They move on top here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3.
Extra point.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put points up in electrifying fashion with an 82-yard toss for 6.
Take this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Gonna run it. It's Alexander. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Got it in the middle, it's Stowers. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Wants to throw. It's Pavia. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hoskins. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
The Commodores line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Got the first down and more. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To throw, it's Drones. Gets it out fast. No chance to run, but still a good gain. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And the Hokies come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll move the tight end. He'll keep it himself. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.